So there's a key to selling and marketing and coaching, by the way, and I'd like to talk to you about it. The most important part of selling and marketing and of business in general is getting in front of prospective customers yourself, getting in front of them. It doesn't matter what you're selling. The more time you invest interacting with prospective customers and asking them questions about their needs, the higher your chances of success. The key to selling and marketing is understanding your customers' needs. Okay? Understanding your customers' needs. What new business people and amateur salespeople do is they try to talk customers into wanting their stuff. There's a great book by a guy named Neil Rackham called Spin Selling, S-P-I-N, Selling. And what Neil Rackham says in this book is that most of the objections or the arguments that happen in selling situations, they occur because the salesperson created them. That it wasn't the customer that created the objection, that it was actually the salesperson. And the way that unprofessional salespeople create objections or get customers to argue is they try to sell or talk someone into buying the product before they've found out what the customer needs. So, for example, let's say that you're selling sunglasses and you're selling fancy, expensive sunglasses, and a customer walks up to the counter and is standing there looking at the rack of sunglasses. If you walk up and you pick up a pair of sunglasses and you say, "These are the ones for you. They've got the UV coating and they've got the special sun protection sunscreen so that the sun won't damage your eyes," what you're most likely to hear back is some kind of an objection or an argument. So the person might say something like, "I'm actually looking for sunglasses to wear at night because I like the way that they look, so I don't really care about the UV protection or the sun blockage." In other words, whatever it is that you tried to sell them on, whatever feature you were trying to sell, is usually not the one that they're interested in. Now, of course, most of us can't imagine how this could be, right? We think that other people think just like us. So if you're a car salesman and you're on a car lot and someone shows up and is looking to buy a car, whatever is important to you, you think is probably going to be important to them. So, for example, to you it might be a powerful engine and comfortable seats. Well, since there are so many different aspects to a car, someone else who's buying the car, to them it might be a quiet engine and firm seats, or it might be a more comfortable ride, or it might be how fast the car stops, or it might be how well the warmer in the seat works or the air conditioning. There's a million different criteria that people use to buy cars. So when I say here that the key to selling and marketing and coaching is understanding your customers' needs. Okay, this goes back to what Neil Rackham talks about. He calls it discovering and developing needs. Because you don't only want to find out what their needs are, you actually want to dig into their needs. You want to dive deep into them. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes here. But the key that you need to understand is that until you get inside of the mind of your customer, until you understand where they're coming from in their own words, and you actually get to the point where you can think like them, you can think like them to the point where you can create value in your mind like them. You can understand how they're valuing things, how they're putting dollar amounts on value. Until you can get to that point, it's not time to start trying to talk them into buying what it is that you're selling.